Hello, true believers. Echo Fan Grey Wolf here. In the Miguel O'Hara outfit, aka Spider Man 2099. So, I know you're thinking, why didn't I do this in the first video about Black Panther? And I should have. But I really wanted you guys to see the face behind the mask before I got in the mask. So, first off, we say farewell to Thunderbolt Ross, aka actor Willam Hurt, has passed away today. Now, I know you're thinking, well, you didn't do all this for Chadwick, and you didn't do all this for the last video with Black Panther. Okay, I actually planned on putting this video so I can do TikToks, so I'll put this gear on. First and foremost, if you watched the last video, I didn't do this for a lot of dead actors, and I'm not doing this for Willam Hurt because he's Willam Hurt. One, for those who don't remember, Iron Man. Willam Hurt played Liv Tyler's daddy, Thunderbolt Ross, in The Hawk, where the MCU got its big jump with Iron Man. Which at the end of Hawk, Tony Stark walks in and says, I'm trying to put a team together. So, therefore, Now, Willam Hurt has made other movies. The only movie that I totally can truly remember besides The Hawk was one that we can't mention here because it was adult and it had Kathleen Turner in it. Okay? You guys can figure that out. Go Google her. She's still alive and she's still kind of hot. Anyway, moving on. What are they going to do? Because, Hawk supposedly might be getting a mini movie or a movie or whatever. Are they going to replace him with, what the hell was his name? Oh dear. Sam Elliott, who actually played Thunderbolt Ross first in Ang Lee's Hawk. So, my question is the MCU going to pull a rabbit out of their hat and bring in Sam Elliott? Now, here's where the clusterfuck comes in. Sam Elliott also played Ghost Rider with Ghost Rider Nicolas Cage, which I thoroughly liked the first one, wasn't too keen on the second one, still watched it. Edris did the best he could to improve the movie. I have nothing against Nick Cage. I actually just like the first Ghost Rider better. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about it. Sorry, Nick Cage. Sorry, Idris Elba. I know I'm never going to work with these guys. I'm pretty sure after they see this video, I'm never going to work with them anyway. But the point being made is that Willam Hurt has passed away. That is the saddest news of the day. Now, the second point being made, Sam Elliott has been in 2 Marvel-based movies. He played the Ghost Rider in Ghost Rider. He was the Western Ghost Rider. He rode the horse that caught on fire. I got one last ride in me. Then, before that, he played Thunderbolt Ross in The Hawk. So now, I have to ask the MCU a very important question. Who is going to replace Willam Hurt if there is another Incredible Hulk movie? Or if there is a Red Hawk movie? Because as we all know, the original Red Hawk is Thunderbolt Ross. So, I'm gonna say this, even though I know I'm probably never gonna work with Sam Elliott, but since he played the role first, before Willam Hurt got the job, my vote is to recast Thunderbolt Ross with Sam Elliott. Why? 1, he played him first. 2, as much as I love Willam Hurt, I'm more of a Sam Elliott fan. I like Sam Elliott's job that he did in Ang Lee's Hawk. I actually liked Ang Lee's Hawk. The problem is that nobody else liked it. Every time I think of Ang Lee's Hawk, all I hear is, set me free, just set me free, set me free. Oh, so set me free, set me free, set me free. A little lime green guy running across the screen. dodging helicopters and shit, and some of them being dealt with. Also, Stan Lee was in that movie, and the original Hulk, Lou Ferrigno. I know that's not neither here or there, because this is supposed to be about William Hurt. To William's Hurt family, I salute you, and I apologize. And in these trying times, my prayers are with you. To the MCU, though, well, you won't recast T'Challa. Will you recast Thunderbolt Ross? Is there going to be a big clusterfuck about that? Or are you just going to say, oh, well, he's another white guy. Let's just go ahead and chalk him up. Why did I do this? Because secretly, this video is part 2 to part 1 on why they won't recast T'Challa. Okay? I figured if you look at the eyes of a superhero, and then I bring up T'Challa after the William Hurt thing, and the Sam Elliott thing, and my alarm thing, which was not scripted, you might actually get a look. I'm a man behind a mask. Okay? I literally am an actor. Did you not know? Who hasn't gotten work because I'm 5'3" and I'm mixed. And being mixed has worked more against me than for me because there aren't enough mixed characters. I.e., I am the perfect candidate for Miguel O'Hara, minus the fact that I'm not 5'9". I'm only 5'3.5". But we have camera tricks, don't we? You guys remember how they filmed the freaking Hobbit? Because Elijah Wood's taller than me. Okay? Anyway, that being said, behind this mask is a man who looks mixed. I will take this mask off in a few seconds. But I wanted to make a point with William Hurt and Sam Elliott. And yes, I am not going to drag Sam Elliott or William Hurt's name through the mud. I just wanted to make it clear that everybody understands that Sam Elliott played Thunderbolt Ross first. I don't have clips, but we can get them, can't we? Let's Google this shit. Or as Dr. Strange said, let's Scooby-Doo this shit. Sam Elliott as Thunderbolt Ross.
According to Wikipedia, film, Sam Elliott portrays General Ross in the 2003 live-action film Hulk. This version is a 4-star administrator of Desert Base, later known as Gamma Base, in the 1970s and was colleagues with David Banner.
Google said it all. Let's show you some images of Sam Elliott. This is Sam Elliott. He was playing Thunderbolt Ross in the original Hulk movie. William Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross.
According to Wikipedia, General Thaddeus E. Ross is a fictional character who appears in comic books published by Marvel Comics featuring the Hulk.
Let's give you some images of Thunderbolt Ross, the late great William Hurt. Now, let's see if Google is intelligent as I am. Google, side by side of Thunderbolt Ross being played by Sam Elliott and William Hurt.
Showing pictures that match.
Finally, Google's working for me. Hope you guys can see that. William Hurt's at the top. Yeah, had to double check that. Sam Elliott's at the bottom. Get a good look. The first 4, well, the 3 on the top is William Hurt. And that one right there is Sam Elliott. That's still William Hurt down there. And that's the animated guy that they're supposed to look like. Now, this is the part where you all get in shock. My name is Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Do you understand the concept that Mask being alive and coming after me? Do you understand the concept of why you need to recast the Black Panther? I know that this video was supposed to mostly be saluting William Hurt. And I did that as a means to get you guys in. Again, to the Hurt family, I am sorry. But I did this to make sure you guys understand something when we talk about recasting T'Challa. Alright? I just showed you 2 white men And please don't take that racially, because it's not supposed to be racist. But they are white men. I just showed you two white men. I myself am mixed with black, native, and white. I can never be T'Challa because I don't have enough black features. But I'm sure there is another brown-skinned brother who's acting that can be T'Challa. As Mr. B said, you can use the Doom War. You know, you can do that. Or you can rewrite everything and say that T'Challa has been in space with Nick Fury this entire time, and the Skrulls were ones who was really replacing him during the blip. But we don't do that. We want it to be our king. Understand how that works? So why is it so easy for them to replace Thunderbolt Ross? Just like it was so easy for them to recast Spider-Man. 1. Spider-Man aged out. Tobey Maguire aged out. Andrew Garfield aged out. However, I'm older than both of them, and they still could do the stuff in the suit. Just give me a shot and we'll see what I can do in this suit. Anyway, not about me. How easy it is to replace Sam Elliott with Willam Hurt. Both gentlemen roughly about the same age. Both gentlemen white. Both gentlemen very great actors. Very, very great actors. Go Google them. Go watch their stuff. So why is it so difficult for them to take a person of color, slap him in a suit, train him, if necessary, keep the mask on for the entire film, but teach him how to be the Black Panther and let him put his own spin on it, because he's never going to be Chadwick Boseman. We understand that. But we need our king. Enough said. We need our king. You guys might not like this video. Maybe I better get into Spider-Man stance, my superhero squad. But the fact of the matter is, people of color want their king. Wakanda forever means something to people of color. Alright? It really does. Now, on a side note, so that I don't have to make a bonus video. Shang-Chi, Simu Liu, got some really bad treatment from the Asians in China. But yet, he, Shang-Chi, is one of the only few Asian heroes in Marvel that has some standing. They made Psylocke Asian because they didn't have enough representation on the X-Men. The only Asian that they had on the X-Men, there was always two. The first one you probably aren't old enough to remember, that was Sunfire. He was Japanese. I cannot pronounce his fucking name, so we're just going to stick with Sunfire. He was cool, had long hair, had the Japanese symbol on his chest. Bad motherfucker, shot fire out of his hands. The only other Asian X-Man before Psylocke became Asian was Jubilee, who's Chinese. They met her in Australia. Right about the time they had to deal with the Inferno Saga, or at the end or in between the Inferno Saga, when Dazzler, Storm, Rogue, and Psylocke would always use the Sears Parallax to travel if they couldn't get the aberration-y dude who was a time-traveling mutant, not a time-traveler, excuse me, he's a warp mutant, like Lila Chinley, who could make warps anywhere. Lila Chinley was always questionable if she was part Asian or not. Hard to say, because I don't have my X-Men portfolio card thingies. But Jubilee, Sunfire were the only two Asian X-Men before they made Psylocke an Asian X-Men. Now for New Mutants, they had one native, that was Danielle Moonstar, and they had, God damn it, what is her name? Leon? Xian? X-A-X-I-A-N. Man. Her last name was Man. She was from Vietnam. She was a New Mutant. Alright? Danielle Moonstar, Native American New Mutant. The only Native American X-Man was Forge. Alright? You see where this is going, representation-wise? Now, technically, you could say another indigenous person was Magma, because she was South American. She was legit Mayan, or Aztec, I can't remember, but she was also a Native American on the New Mutants team. She kind of came in as Danny was going out, but, you know, they're in books together. But you understand the representation is important. Very, very important. Which is why Wakanda forever ain't gonna be forever if you don't give us the king. We need the king. Now, I don't qualify, but there are a lot of black actors, proper height. I can qualify to train them if you need a martial artist on set. I work cheap, but, I can do some fight scenes given the right equipment and the right trained team, and I got a couple people in idea to help me out with that. But until I get the job, I will not name them here. Let's just know that one of their key symbols is named Wizard. Anyway, that being said, shout out to Double L. That being said, we could do this if done properly with given the right amount of tools. Now, let me get back to my bonus part so I don't have to make another video. Simu Liu did Shang-Chi. Chinese Americans, Chinese Canadians, we were all happy about this shit. I'm sorry, I'm not Chinese, but we were all happy about this shit because I liked Shang-Chi. I like Simu Liu. He's a cool motherfucker. Anyway, the Chinese in China were pissed at Simu Liu. In fact, some of them didn't even want the movie to be played in China, which is reverse racism for those who do not know what reverse racism is, because he's Chinese, but he was Canadian. So that's a fucking problem. And shout out to Aquafina, because she made that movie work like a motherfucker. Anyway, the bottom line is, Simu Liu represented the Chinese people. T'Challa represented the black people. Both Willam Hurt and Sam Elliott, a.k.a. Thunderbolt Ross, represented the white people. And just like in all superhero movies, some people age out. That explains the Spider-Man. Excuse me. But they are often replaced. Let's go down the list of Batman, shall we? So I can end this video. Michael Keaton, best Batman. Batman 1, Batman Forever. I think that's what it was called, with Catwoman. And Michelle Pfeiffer still looks good. Val Kilmer, Batman and Robin. George Clooney, Batman, I think he took on Mr. Freeze. Then you have Christian Bale for 3. Ben Affleck in Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. And then you have the new guy, the Shimmering Vampire. That's 6 Batman, y'all. 6 Batman. Why can't we have another T'Challa? Why? Why is it so difficult? I mean, there are plenty of black actors that want to work. Literally, there are plenty of black actors that want to work. I'm one of those actors that want to work. Of course, I don't look black enough, but I can still be Miguel O'Hara. I can pass for a Mexican Irish guy. I have long hair. You're not going to touch it, but I do have it. Then you have Blade. We have Wesley Snipes as Blade. And now we're going to have Mahershala Ali. That's 2 black men that's going to play Blade. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a TV show. That's 3 black men that's going to play Blade. So we can have 3 Blades, who's black. 1 Falcon, who's black. 1 Captain America that was black, a.k.a. Battlestar. Why in the fuck can't we have another Black Panther? That being said, I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Be seeing ya. And no, we won't, because I can't find the cursor. That was awesome, though.